A replacement turbo is finally here. Believe it or not, I don't know why, but apparently finding a factory k03 that's not completely beat, it's ridiculously hard to find. I also was able to link up with my boy Travis. He hit me with some factory 5x100 wheels off his R32, so I can put those on and get the car off a block. And then I'm gonna run and grab an axle on my way there today to work on the vehicle. So today I'm going to hopefully get the KO whatever 4. I don't have a clue what the hell that thing is off. I'll get this bolted on. I've dug out most of the factory inlet pieces, airbox, all that stuff. I went and collected some of that too. I'll show you what all I got once I get to the shop. Well, garage, whatever you want to call it. And hopefully we can get all this bolted up today, get it all on, and maybe get the vehicle mobile if I can get the axle and everything in. I mean, you can't really kind of tell from the glare, but it's like 45, 50 degrees outside. It's raining off and on. It's 100% chance of rain all day, so I honestly don't know how far I'll get today. It's kind of hard that I even motivate myself to get out of bed to do this, but let's get it. So quick little update. I was able to come over and get the k04. I guess that's what it is. I'm still not 100% sure since I can't get anything to fit it off the car. And I did go to the junkyard and I was able to source the factory box with intake box with a MAF on it. I got a factory k03 from someone off eBay, and I'm about to get to the process of putting that k03 back in. So let me show you a quick little update of what I got going on, what I'm working with, and some of the things that of course are fighting me with the car. So without jacking up the car, I was able to get the k04, 3, whatever it is, Chinese spinny boy off of there. I'm not really sure how jacking a car up on gravel goes. I was able to obviously jack it up to get on the blocks to get the wheels off to return to the previous owner. But jack stands and jack on gravel, I wasn't 100% sure. But I was able to get the factory box with the MAF that I hope as well on the out of a junkyard car, along with the intercooler inlet piece right there. And then I was also able to get the factory inlet piece and the rubber boot part out of the junkyard car as well. But I also didn't pay any attention since this was already off, and I was like, oh sweet, like I don't have to fight to get this off. The metal piece of this is missing. So once I'd gotten here and realized that after I'd gotten this turbo off, I was like, great, well, that was a quick easy day of working on the car. But the previous owner had purchased this eBay inlet piece to try to fit on this k04, so I was actually able to squeeze this on to the MAF, and it actually fit super nice and tight even without a clamp. And this side as well fits on the turbo, so I won't have to deal with this crappy little metal one all up in the way, and you know, with that terrible 90-degree angle. So I'll get a little bit of extra airflow going on in there, which will be kind of nice. And then also I broke the wastegate trying to get the rubber hose off that they had left when they had just cut it. So I'm going to take the wastegate off of this turbo and put it on there. I mean, it's a lot nicer, it's a lot cleaner, and it's, you know what, a 5-minute thing to swap over. So I don't know if I'll even be able to sell this, because like I said, there's no markings on it. There's no nothing other than this ZY ordeal. So I don't know what kind of Chinese turd this is, but at this point it is what it is. Like I said, I'm just trying to make this a nice daily so I can kind of get my Mark 6 back to the way it is, and it's nice, it's roomy, I don't have to worry about it so much. So I'm going to put this factory k03 back on after I swap out this wastegate, try to get everything mounted up and at least kind of get it in place. And as of course, all of these vacuum lines are broken. So for today, I might just go ahead and get the turbo mounted back on the vehicle as best I can without being able to get under the car. He didn't have the lower mount on the turbo he put on, so I got to source some bolts for the 2 lower mounts on the vehicle. So once I get all that kind of situated, I'll be able to have this all in, and then it should be good to go from there. So stay tuned, and I'm going to work on getting this on the car. So this guy comes over here and he's able to wing up getting this k03 inlet piece on this k04 3 hybrid Chinese boy. So instead of trying to swap everything out on this unknown factory A4 turbo, we're just going to throw this boy back on once it's not stuck and go with it. So appreciate that, Johnny. All right, guys, so we ran out of time today. Without a jack and jack stands to be able to get on in the car, we were fighting the turbo more than we were able to actually get it on. So what we're gonna do is I put everything back together. I left the inlet piece and everything on the other turbo to make sure it continues to fit, because it was very, very tight getting on there. So we handled that issue. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna regroup everything, come back when it's not rainy and misty and kind of chilly, and I'm gonna get the car on jack stands, and we're gonna go from the top and the bottom to be able to get this mounted up. And then I'm gonna work on doing the secondary air injection delete to get everything together and clean, because as you've been able to see, all of these vacuum lines are kind of toast. So once I get all that together, get the axle on that I got today, the car should be mobile. So kind of a little fluke of an episode this week, but you know how it is. If you work on Volkswagens, there's not much of anything that is very going as planned. It's definitely a huge love-hate relationship, but we were able to make a little bit of progress, and I was, you know, fighting with the turbos and things of that nature. So I don't know exactly what the turbo that was on here, the little Chinese boy, but it doesn't have any shaft play or anything like that, and I don't really plan on getting a tune or anything to make much power, and this is an automatic car. So I'm just going to go ahead and put that on there, because the k03 that is apparently off of an A4 does have minimal shaft play and things of that nature on there. Like I said, this other one's brand new, and I don't really see there being many issues just daily driving it around with a Chinese turbo. I know a lot of people crack jokes and things like that with the eBay turbos, but there's not going to be anything super crazy. I'm not going to be running 20-30 pounds of boost out of it, so I think I'll be pretty safe. So I decided to take my chances. So due to my jack stands being used at home on a Mark 6, which is a whole nother story, I'm going to go grab some more, get my jack. I'll get this up when it's not raining and nasty out, and we'll go from there. So appreciate you checking out this episode today, and make sure to like, subscribe, and come back. Thanks.